Welcome to another episode of Pixels in the Attic. We're like a blue moon, very rare. Notice point, blue moons only happen once every 2.7 years. We're also educational. Talking of rare, there is a Bond game. I'm sure we'll get into that. I'm Woodensnail, the only snail you'll ever need. Polished for speed and precision. I think that sounds great. And with me are my favourite iridescent pixels. Who are they? I hear you ask. It's been so long.
I don't know. Who am I?
I don't know.
Am I next? Who's next?
Whoever wants to
Is
go.
it Bond? Bond, you next.
Am I Bond?
Yeah, you're Bond.
Are you
Okay.
the rare Bond that's now a computer game?
Maybe.
Computer game.
I haven't been paid.
Oh,
Mm.
it's disappointing.
All right, well,
This
I'm
was-
Leness1, part-time gamer, button smasher, and an occasional napper. Bond, now do yours.
I just did mine.
Was that it? Ah, man.
I'm Bond. I play video games. I
If you
sleep.
blink, you miss him.
That's way better.
Okay.
I mean, Ross really worked on his. We need to make an effort.
Why?
Yeah,
He
the
made it
notes.
for us.
He added in notes and
I
stuff.
added in notes. Yes.
He's got it like printed and stuff.
Yeah,
He's probably got it framed. He's got
it's
loads
also
of wall
written
space.
down.
He's got all his
Yeah.
intros framed on the wall.
They're
He's
all
got a
framed on the wall.
calligraphy.
Yeah, I'm going to run
Yeah.
out of space on this wall if we do another 10 years of podcasting. Yeah, one a year.
But if we
That's about
do
right.
one a year, we're-
Yeah, we're good then, right?
Yes, fantastic. Yeah, it's a very small wall.
and this podcast is just us talking about intros. This is amazing.
That's all we need to do. That's the end of Pick Us on the...
That was
Tune in next time. Next time? Next decade. What have you all been up to? What have you
Nah.
been doing? Who's
well.
going first?
Bond said me. I have been playing Final Fantasy. Playing a little bit of Division because I got that new Brooklyn. I haven't finished it. I think you have. And work really, but really enjoying the Division DLC for Brooklyn. I love hearing them cuss.
9-9.
You also went on holiday. You haven't mentioned that.
Oh, I did. Yeah, we went to Spain. It was amazing. Felt like I was in my motherland. Hard coming back. Basically
they
gained
let-
like 7 glorious pounds, and I regret none of it.
Should have been like,
Yeah.
I've lost my passport. Oh no.
Oh, no.
It was really funny. So the group I went with, I was the only Spanish speaker. So when they
Oh,
figured
no.
that out was way early on in the trip, and then all of a sudden I ended up kind of working because I had to learn people's allergies for food and stuff. So every restaurant we went, I was like, that guy fish, that guy chocolate, which is really sad. The guy who was allergic to chocolate, because I was like, I'm sorry,
Chocolate.
allergic to chocolate, I would still eat it. But yeah. But yeah, so it was really fun. People in Spain are amazingly sweet. I loved it. Got to be in the Mediterranean for the last day and enjoyed the pool. So,
Nice.
yeah, I got a nice tan.
Lovely.
Ooh.
What have you been up to?
Smart.
Have you been to a foreign country?
Yes. I went to England.
There
Did you
it
get a nice
is. I mean,
tan?
for me that is.
No.
Yeah, it is for you. It's quite true.
It's
What else, Bond?
I don't
I
think
mean,
Bond can
I've
get a
been on
tan.
holiday a couple of times, I guess, since the last podcast, I think, but didn't do much, just kind of chilled out. Video games,
Nice.
though, I've played loads. More recently, though, I played Mind's Eye. I know that's a
Ooh.
hot topic right now.
Yeah, I was just talking about that before you appeared.
Yes.
I was saying that the graphics looked better on the PS5 than what you were saying on the Xbox.
And I think
When
it's,
did you
I think
play
that's
it?
probable though, because doesn't PlayStation have just a better graphics card altogether?
No, I think
Thought they did.
the series.
But they
Well,
were.
the PS5 Pro does, but the standard one I don't think does.
Oh, you got the standard one? Oh, my bad.
The Pro didn't exist when he got that. But
My bad.
when
I
did
was
you
pro PlayStation rich. I'm not anymore, apparently.
when did you play it? Because they're supposed to have put out an update this week to fix some of that, and then another one next week. But
Well, I
that's
turned
what-
it on before we got together just to see if I could look at the graphical differences. There are a couple of selections that made it better, like
Was there
all
depth
the
of field option?
depth of
in there?
fields, the blurs,
Yeah,
all that
okay.
type
So
of thing.
there's been an update since I
Mm.
played it then,
Yeah,
because that wasn't there. They added that in.
yeah. I said to
There's
Ernest
supposed
that
to,
wasn't there.
there's supposed to be another update this week as well. So I was kind of waiting for that because I was enjoying the game, but it looked a mess, played like a mess. I was
That's too
like,
bad.
I could play this and enjoy it, or I could wait and be patient and enjoy it even more.
Mm.
So I played the waiting game.
Yeah, I like
But
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've been playing a bunch of GTA 5 because they added that to Game Pass, and the PC one's got new achievement lists. So I've been working on those. The online heists are still a ton of fun.
All I hear you say is I'm just going to disappear and do some crime. So I
All I
never know
hear
if
is
you're doing that in
achievement
game.
horror. That's all I hear.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's wrong with
Both.
either of those things?
Nothing, brother.
The heists are great
Oh.
though, because it's like you have like the setup missions that it's like, oh, we're gonna rob the bank. For example, it was one of the original heists, and it's like, oh, but we need getaway vehicles. So you have a setup mission where you go and steal the bikes as getaway vehicles. Oh, we need a drill. You do a setup mission, and then once you've got all the stuff, you do the actual finale mission where you actually, do the crime.
Sounds great.
Do some criming. Then you jump out the bank vault, and you're like, it's criming time.
Do you really say it's criming time? Did you think that
No, but I
through?
will now.
Just now.
Just now, he's made up a new phrase,
Criming
everybody.
time.
Yeah. He's coined it here first. He'll be copywriting it. Don't use it in your conversations with anybody.
I'm supposed to be helping some people with one of the versions later. I'm definitely going to say that.
It's criming time.
It's criming time.
That's
That's
hilarious.
fantastic. Yeah, it is hilarious.
Yeah.
What's Snail been up to? He's been playing lots of games, I suppose. Got back into Destiny. Been playing on the weekend with Jessie, and a bit of playing with Becca as well when she's not angry at it or complaining that I'm complaining about her playing it. One of the two. But I've enjoyed this season act, wherever it was. Doing a bit of FF14, failed marriage, if you will, here on Friday. It's amazing.
Shut your face.
The Division DLC is really good. I'm only halfway through, but I've got to say they've got it right with the DLC. It's really cheap DLC, but the updates and the stuff they've done around the seasons, a lot of like live service games could learn from, because some of the things are really easy to do. But anyway, really enjoyed that. I've been a Lego obsessed snail with so much Lego in the house, it's unbelievable. But that's been really good.
Why don't
I've
you just build a
certainly
house out of
noticed
Lego?
that-
Why don't you
I
just build a
missed it
house
yet.
out of Lego?
Build a house out of
Oh.
Lego, yes. Yeah. I've certainly noticed that age has caught up with me from the perspective of, you see things and you're like, I can do that. So there's this thing about, your body is beyond your current age if you can't do 30 squats in X number of time. I was like, it's easy. So I did that for 3 days. Now I can't walk. So, yeah. Can anyone here kneel down and then lie backwards? I
No.
can nearly do that. That's taken me a week of practice for my knees to go, you mean we bend? This is all new.
Oh man. There's no way. I mean, I don't think that. I feel like my quads would be like, stop it. They wouldn't like it.
That's got
Yeah.
easy with time.
All right.
Yeah. So
As
that,
far as division goes, just wanted to kind of piggyback on what you were talking about.
hmm.
The nice thing about Division is they're not just doing it with Division 2 either. They're doing it with Division 1 where they still have updates, they still have events. I mean, it's I feel like a lot of game manufacturers could learn from them.
Yeah, I mean,
You mean
Division
Bungie?
1.
Wasn't gonna say it out loud.
Well, I'm sure we'll get on to Bungie, but Division 1 still has the survival mode, which is much
I
loved,
love
isn't it?
that. Yeah.
Which is why people are still in it, which is why they're still updating it. Until they put that into
Mm.
Division 2. I wonder if they hold off doing it in Division 2 because they've still got a game that people are still playing that is that old just to
Maybe.
play
I
that
hope
mode.
not.
But yeah. And I've been obsessed with another game. Shall I move on to that other game now? I'm laughing about how it's spelt in my notes.
The feet game.
The feet game. That
Okay.
is right. Yeah. So in my separate notes, the notes you've got, although those notes also say obscure on one line and obscure on the other line, which is a bit of an issue. I really should check my typing. I was typing like at a frantic pace. But yeah, I've been playing Claire Obscure Expedition 33, which for me must be game of the year, but probably surprising in many respects because I didn't expect to enjoy this game. It's not the type of game that I would have played, but I do love story games. The story is what drew me in, and I've just been blown away by the story. But then the story combining with the sort of engaging gameplay mechanics, sort of taking the best of old school gaming but making it new and fresh. I feel like it didn't reinvent a wheel like some do.
Mm.
I've written loads of notes on this, so I won't go into all of them. But like sound design, man, I've got that DLC. I've got the soundtrack downloaded to the PC, and I play that on my phone. It's just a really good soundtrack. It's incredible. Even people coming in going, it's cinematic the way it gives you sort of this. You feel like you're part of it.
Mhm.
Just the vocalist, everything brilliant. Story, I mean, it twists and turns. We guessed some stuff at the beginning. It's sort of right, sort of wrong at the same time. Um, just excellently done. And I never thought I'd play a game which is turn-based. And
Yeah.
turn-based works. It's just really good. The bit for me, and Bond knows this very well, is I play a lot of games and I get back to them. Like if I'd stream on a Saturday and come back on a Friday, I'd forgotten the controls. With this, I
Mm.
felt like you could just pick it up, put it down, and it never felt jarring or confusing because it was so easy. It's just I'm just blocking. I'm doing this. The core system are just really friendly. I felt, and for me, game of the year. I know Bonds watched a bit of it. I know he's going to play it himself.
Game
Has
of the
anyone
year
else got any
so
views?
far.
Oh,
It's only June. We've still got 6 months.
yeah.
But,
What
you
else
know.
is going
He
to come
says,
out and
"Calm
beat
down."
that? It's
Hey, you
just
never know.
excellent.
If you just said what else is going to come out before Claire Obscure came out, you wouldn't have considered it Game of the Year. Think about it.
Yeah, it's going to be hard pressed though to something else to come along that
It's
will grab me like that has.
It's your Game of the Year just because they let you start on the number 33.
Well, there is that. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. I'm starting. I'm starting in the middle. It makes perfect sense. But it's just brilliant.
If 007 First Light was coming out this year, yeah, Claire Obscure can get in the bin.
But it's
Oh,
not.
damn.
And who knew it actually existed?
Me? I
What
had
you've been
faith.
saying that for years.
It was announced in November 2020
But that
as
was 5 years
Project
ago.
007. 4.5.
I mean, you gotta give it to him if he said it. It's his. Said it.
Yeah, Yeah,
All,
yeah.
all we
He's
had
got the
was
notes.
a gun barrel with blood dripping down it. You know, like the intro with the words Project 007 in. It's been my phone
Mm.
background for 5 years, 4.5 years, and now I can update that.
That's
Yeah, you can
hilarious.
update it.
007 First Light.
It probably was a standout trailer, wasn't it? From all the various shows in the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little bit biased, but yeah.
There was other good stuff as well. I might point out. And there's been a lot of gaming news.
Yeah,
Is there anything that stood out to you guys?
007 First Light.
I know that. Tell us more about it then. Bond. It can't. Candy.
Yeah,
Kid.
tell
I've
us.
watched that
He wants
trailer.
to talk about it. Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've watched that trailer now, but it's probably not a healthy amount.
Not healthy. God.
Probably
That's
not.
that crazy laugh too.
I
I love it.
But it looks so good. That moment in the trailer where the On Her Majesty's Secret Service music kicks in. Bam,
shit,
bam,
yeah.
bam. Chills. But yeah, I mean, it's from the people that made Hitman, which when they announced it back in 2020, I was kind of thinking they were just going to reskin Hitman, which I still would have enjoyed. But they were saying this time, now that they've announced it, they didn't want to make a Hitman game. They wanted it to have its own like Bond identity. So that should be cool. I mean, we're going to, there's shooting, there's stealth, there's driving, there's pretty locations, there's Bond is 26 years old, so and he starts off as a Navy airman. And gets recruited into the 00 program.
That's pretty cool.
So it's
That's
an
a
origin.
little bit of an origin, yeah.
Yeah, and they said they're taking what do they call it, the freedom of approach, I think they call it, from Hitman, where they just like let you choose how you want to do your objective. But they said, which I don't even see how it's going to be possible, but they said 007 First Light gives you more options than Hitman. And I'm like, but Hitman already has like a bajillion options.
Wow.
How is it going to have a bajillion and one?
Wow. You guys aren't going to understand this reference, but that sounds like the Cheesecake Factory menu. It's like a book.
Cheesecake Factory menu.
Yeah, you guys aren't going to understand that reference, but Americans listening will.
You had me at cheesecake.
I know, right?
Me too.
Which reminds me of I get free desserts every week, and I always pick cheesecake.
Have you tried is it the Spanish freaking cheesecake?
What's the flavor?
Have you tried it? It's like a burnt cheesecake. It's amazing.
The cheesecake with a Spanish flag stuck in it.
Well, no.
It makes it Spanish.
I mean, if they want to, if they want to do that, they could do that. But no, it was when we asked for recommendations at one of the restaurants, and the girl unfortunately said cheesecake, which cheesecake is not my go-to. So I ordered it because I had already told her, whatever you recommend, I'm gonna get. So I couldn't go back on it. Man, it was amazing. It's like burnt cheesecake. It's called the Bosque cheesecake or something like that. It's yum.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah. And Bond just remind me of a random thing about flags. It's funny because it came into my mind as he said it. Have you ever seen the Eddie Izzard sketch on the Death Star and the Death Star canteen? He goes through these bits, but there's a point where somebody working on the Death Star's on the radio going, "There's some rebels down here, and they've got a flag," because he does this whole thing about if you got a flag and you put it down, you own the place. So the rebels have got a flag and just taking the Death Star. It's just the funniest thing. Anyway, that's by the by. Anything else that stands out for us and all the new stuff that's come out?
The 007 mission in Hitman.
Wow. All right.
Christ.
Okay. Well, Grounded 2, I'm excited as far as the showcase. Grounded 2 has a new game. I really like the building mechanics of that game, and you know that. I mean, it's actually a really beautiful game. I thought Elder Scrolls basically flexing their 26 million strong community was kind of funny. But other than that, I mean, from the showcase, I don't know if you guys saw it, but it was really geared towards the Ally. It was like the Ally and of course their new
Oh, the Xbox showcase.
freaking that new Game Pass that they have that's like cloud-based. But yeah, I felt like it was like every 5 minutes it was talking about play anywhere.
Play anywhere.
Play anywhere.
Except on
It
the
was
PlayStation.
a funeral. Let's just put it out there. Oh, you can just
Yeah.
imagine everybody
Don't
at the
do
funeral
that.
going,
But you
"What's going
can
on
play
here?"
there too. You could play there too. Just don't be in the room.
Just don't be in the room. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where is everybody? They're in the
Bathroom.
church on their ally.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
yeah,
the
it was like
play anywhere doesn't mean like take your handheld. Play anywhere is their program where you buy it
no, they're
once and you
new.
can play
Yeah,
it
they're
on.
new.
Yeah.
Well, they have that new Game Pass, don't they? Where it's cloud-based but at the same time, they
Well,
kept
it's the
on
same on
talking
Game
about
Pass.
the Ally and the funny part was that I was watching this on YouTube. I missed the original. So every commercial was basically the
Was
the
for it.
Switch. Well, no,
Oh,
it was
the
the
Switch.
Switch. So it's like, it was comical.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you
yeah.
you just don't want to know the price of it because they don't tell you that.
Oh my
But it is
God,
expensive.
no.
No.
Yeah, I mean they haven't
I was
officially
watching
announced it yet, but I mean because it's the ROG Ally X already exists and it's
Yeah.
$800.
Yeah, yeah. But
So
apparently this one is sleeker and wider, and I don't know.
Yeah.
more expensive.
Yep, of
I,
course
I
it
was
is.
watching a guy who was reviewing all handheld devices that were similar. So he was looking at the Ally, looking at the one you just mentioned. Give me that.
The
ROG
the
Ally.
Ally.
Rogue
Yeah,
Ally, yep.
yeah.
That's the same thing.
Steam, but thing he was looking at the Nintendo Switch 2. He said he couldn't really compare Switch because it's a different type of platform altogether. And these things can do more. But he was saying that he was surprised just by moving the screen so it was slightly slanted, made the whole experience a lot better, and he wasn't expecting it. So yeah, it's interesting. Future of gaming is we'll just walk around on games rather than
Yeah.
sat.
Well, after you told me that it's basically because I was looking at it, but then you said it was just as expensive as the Xbox. I was like, well, I don't know about that. I'm not
This
gonna
is
be playing
twice as much as the
everywhere.
Xbox.
But
Twice as much as an Xbox.
twice as much. Do you see that? It makes me wonder who they're trying to make this for because they can't obviously be making it for children. I think they're making it for us old gamers because we can afford shit. Because a lot
Yeah.
of the parents are gonna probably say no to their children.
Oh yeah, it's not. I mean, I don't think handheld PCs are aimed at children at all.
Mm-mm.
That's
No.
all it is. It's just
They
it's a
get that
Steam Deck.
old iPad. Go sit over there. Yeah.
And get a Nintendo.
As the parent is playing on a freaking new Ally. Here's your iPad. Uh,
Yeah,
but
they
yeah, no, I
are
thought
expensive.
yeah, the other thing that kind of stood out was one of the indie games. I think it was called hold on, let me look at my notes. I think it was called Mudon. Yeah, Mudon Two
Udon, Two
Hearts.
Hearts. That game
That
looks
looked
fucking amazing.
It looked amazing. Talk about it, Bond. Talk about it.
I mean, if Bond hadn't have been at the
Okay,
Summer
mention
Games
Bond again.
events, if that would have been my number one. That game looks. I mean, it's a what did they call it? A stealth action adventure, narrative driven stealth adventure or something like that. I was
Yeah.
like, stealth, gimme.
I feel like
And
the
then I saw,
storyline would be great.
yeah, the storyline is what it's tackling like issues or whatever with like North and South Korea,
Yeah.
and then questioning what you've been taught to be the truth. Is it necessarily the truth, or have you just been taught that that's the truth?
Yeah.
That kind of thing. And then, I mean, and it's a stealth game. I don't know if it's like fully stealth or if it's like if you have the option to be stealth or like guns blazing, or if it's just like certain sections of stealth, certain sections you're shooting, or what.
Mm,
But it
I
looks
can't
really
play
cool.
stealth games, so I give you props for being able to. But I know the storyline for that one makes me really curious. But remember when we tried to play, what was that? Was it
Payday 2?
the one Payday? Remember every time it was a stealth one, I was the one that got caught. Yeah,
Yes, you
I
just
can't
shoot
play
everybody.
that.
It's fine.
So I feel like I
Yeah.
have to watch, stealth games on Twitch as someone else is playing them, and be like, oh yeah, that's nice.
There's I saw a couple of outlets say they compared it to or they described it as a Korean Metal Gear Solid,
Oh,
Oh, okay.
that's pretty good.
which doesn't take much to excite me, I guess.
Doesn't take much to excite you, apart from Bond.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Yep.
stealth. Sneaky,
Well,
sneaky.
no,
Speaking of
no one's
stealth
mentioned the
games,
games that excite me, so I'll just go in my
Go
corner.
for it. Go for it. Say
sorry,
it.
I'll do it real quick. Plague Tale Resonance. Okay.
Hey, woo!
Yeah, Resonance
That's a
looked
new
pretty cool.
Plague Tale game. Oh, which is amazing. And Anna is the star. If you don't know who Anna is, then you know what you're doing with your life. It's the end of that story. But it does look really good. I do love that series of games. And when that came out, they were talking about the collector's edition steelbook, which Bond has now got, I think, from the pictures. Did you get it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's right here. I can.
It's
I'm
very
touching
pretty.
it right now.
Oh,
Yes.
A
you're
top-tier
gonna show that
steelbook.
picture.
It's very sexy.
Wait,
So
which
I can't wait to see what
not that
they
sexy
do with
picture.
all three in one box. I'll wait for that rather than buying the games already played. But that's, I mean, I could buy the same thing twice. I bought Death
One thing I
Stranding on
thought was
2 devices.
thing I thought was weird though. I mean, it's still called Plague Tale, right? I didn't see a single rat in that trailer.
It's the origin of the rats, isn't it?
Is
Oh.
it? Okay.
They don't want to give everything away at the start.
You can't call it
was
Plague Tale
funny.
and not show me a rat.
What was funny is Anna, who is the voice actor for the character and was in Plague Tale 2 as well as the same character. She was streaming the show when it came out. So they showed the intro, and all you can hear is her breathing at the start. And her chat was going absolutely mental because they knew as soon as they heard the breathing and then saw a glimpse of the character that it was her in the game. And she'd kept it a secret for. She said she knew about the project 5 years ago because they had talked about doing future games. But then she's been on that project for the past 2 years, doing voice and everything. So seeing it all come in one advert was like amazing for her.
Cool.
And
It's
they
only
did an
play
Expanse
Requiem.
game. I mean,
Yeah.
two of my favorite things in one place.
Yeah, the Expanse
The
scene looks really good, and their story writing. I mean, it's just amazing. So I'm looking forward to that one. Even though I haven't played the first one, though I downloaded it, so I got really far.
Yeah,
I got further
the
than
newer Expanse looks
last
pretty
time.
good. I mean,
Yeah.
basically it was like Mass Effect, but
Yeah.
different IP.
Which I love Mass Effect.
That's basically what it looks like, which is not a bad thing.
I have to say that Fallout 76, that fishing thing, that was meh. Like, I don't know, underwhelming.
I've never played a
It's like,
Fallout game.
wow, you can fish now. I
wouldn't
I
start
was
with
tempted.
76.
Yeah, I wouldn't start with 76. I was
I know you like the
tempted,
big
and then
numbers, but
I don't think I'll ever play one.
yeah,
Although I
Fallout
said that about
3.
Claire Obscure, but hey.
you might like
Play
it.
3.
It's
Play
building,
3 on New
it's
Vegas.
crafting,
Start
it's
New Vegas.
scavenging.
3 on New
See.
Vegas, I'd say, yeah. Unless you want the building
Maybe
crafting
one
stuff,
day.
then 4. Then do 4 if you want that building
Just
stuff.
wait till they fix it completely. Even though I heard that it's actually better than what came out initially, which
Yeah, I
shouldn't
think
be
it's
the
pretty
case.
much. was the same thing with Elder Scrolls Online, right? It came out and was terrible, and then they
Mm-hmm.
updated it,
And
and
they
now
fixed
people
the hell
seem
out
to
of
like
it.
it. I don't really ever see anybody talking about either of those games, but they must be doing well because I mean they still adding expansions,
I feel like that's
updates.
your boredom game, you know what I mean? Like
That's your
you don't
Destiny.
know what to play. Yeah, you're
I was
like,
gonna
yeah,
say
let's get on Elder
this.
Scroll.
This is a nice segue into people that launch breaking games and then fix them over time. Although this time it might
Mm-hmm.
have backfired. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm not sure they'll be able to get away with this one.
Mind's
But
eye.
Destiny was the same, wasn't it? They released it originally, and then they did loads of work to make it into the game it was, and then
Mm-hmm.
Destiny launched. It probably didn't do as well as they first expected, and there was the double primary and loads of issues with different bits and bobs, but they made it into was and is now. But Bungie,
Yeah.
Double
oh
primary
boy,
was good.
what was that? Sorry, Bond.
I still prefer double primary and PvP. People with their
Still
shotguns
prefer
and
double
shit.
primary.
Get out of my
Oh
face.
yeah.
Hate your special garbage.
Special
But yeah,
garbage. Love it.
I watched
they
the Red War campaign being played by Datto the other day re-release his gameplay from the launch of each game DLC in game. So anyway, watch the Red War again. That story was really good. I can't believe it's just been taken out of the game.
I was gonna
I
say, why
miss
don't you play it
playing that.
yourself? Oh wait.
Just wait. They'll give it back to you. Just wait.
Maybe one day.
Nah.
But they can't, can they? Because
We're
in the
gonna-
court case of many things that are going wrong with Bungie, but in the court case, they were asked to produce the Red War for a visual presentation of them saying they actually created it, and they deleted it.
Mm.
They've got no evidence,
Oh,
so they
shit.
produced gameplay from other players, and the court case said that we can't accept this because it's not the actual game. So they shot
Wow.
themselves in the foot. They sunset their own court case.
Wow.
But
Why
it
would
just
you
showed
do
that they
that?
were lying through their teeth when they did it too,
Yeah.
because they're like, "Oh, we're gonna take stuff away, and then we'll fix things up, and then we'll bring it back." How are you gonna bring it back if you fucking deleted it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Bungie themselves, I mean, the morale, written on all the different articles, it's the lowest it's probably ever been, considering they've had all these contentious layoffs. We've now got an art theft fiasco that is going to kill Marathon, I would presume, at some point. Sony are talking about delaying Marathon. They've learned from mistakes of Concord, still within the 2025 fiscal year, so we might get it soon,
Mm.
maybe.
Hmm.
But there's a really interesting article. It's actually a video that Laura Fryer did about the studio in Freefall. And she worked with Bungie briefly. She had an interview with Bungie, I should say, back when they were making Halo 2, and they were struggling with production timelines and hitting the deadline they needed to hit. So they interviewed her because she's like one of those experts that go in and help struggling games come to fruition. She helps with production timelines, sets some smart objectives, and has clear understanding of is it going to be a game that works. So they did this interview process. She spoke to loads of people in Bungie, but typical Bungie, they never hired her because the interview process was so strange. No one ever got back to her. And then she bumped into Phil Spencer at the time that he was doing some bits on Xbox, and she ended up being involved in Gears. That's another story then, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's been a car crash TV watching Bungie, one doing good, and then apologizing for the art theft, and then trying to carry on talking about their game, but couldn't show anything. It just looked painful to
Wow.
watch. It's just a
So
down.
sad
mean,
because when
the
they
whole-
started, it was so nice. It was so great with Destiny 1. What a good
the
start.
whole art theft thing too. It's not even the first time they've done it. I mean, at what point is it not an accident?
Yeah.
Well, there's
I don't
now
know.
4 examples of art theft
Yeah.
in the space of how many ever years. And obviously got this story issue with the guy that said he wrote Red War and Curse of Osiris before they even produced it.
Maybe they did steal it. At this point, I'm
Well,
starting to maybe when it was first announced that lawsuit, I was like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here!" Now I'm like, maybe.
yeah. But
Yeah.
you have to question how Sony spent that much money on a company that isn't now producing half of what it said it was going to produce, because the team that are making gummy bears has now left Bungie. It's a separate company. Is it called?
That LFG one.
LFG one that's is now working for Sony directly, which has a mixture of people from Bungie and other companies that are making the
I mean, that's what's going to
so-called
happen to Bungie eventually. They're just going to absorb
gummy
them.
bear project. There's another part of the company who often did something else. So they've taken bits and bobs out, haven't they? They've obviously got the mobile game, which people are saying, well, why isn't any of this Destiny? I mean, why has it not been in the main game? Like dual wielding pistols, and the way the super, all the bits and bobs. The UI, I mean,
That pissed me off. Yeah, that pissed me off to see the mobile game. Like I don't want to play Destiny on my fucking phone. I wanna have my controller. I wanna fucking
yeah.
sit back. It just that they put that effort to a mobile game just upsets me.
Well, it's not Bungie
But
making
it's not
it.
them;
So.
it's a different
No,
company.
true,
But they gave
true,
the
but still,
rights and the
just
story bits. So. But
it's just ridiculous, though.
what has happened to Bungie? Where has Sony's money gone?
I think Destiny. I mean, I've said this before. I think Destiny got lucky. Destiny 1 came
Oh,
out
Destiny was amazing.
was before any real competition was there, so they had the year to fix it.
Yeah.
And then, so if that came out anywhere after like Fortnite and the likes, I don't think it would have taken off. If they'd have released it in the state that it was in 2014.
Yeah. They started that whole thing with updates and patches, like really they kind of cheated too, because they basically put all the responsibility on their community of players to fix things and to see where the gaps were. I feel like
Oh
they
yeah,
didn't really
you pay.
test a lot of things. Yeah, because
Yeah, you
why
paid beta
pay a bunch of
testers, but not,
people? Yeah,
not the other way, but the other way around. You're
yeah,
paying them to beta test their game.
yeah. It was super cheaty. And Snail just mentioned that he did a dungeon, and there was actually like a beginner version of the dungeons that showed you how to do all the mechanics. Like that's something that would have been helpful a long time ago. Because one of
Yeah.
the things I always found frustrating was having to go online to figure something out, because it was so vague, and a lot of it there was no way to actually come up with that on your own, because it wasn't much of a puzzle. It was just something, outlandish that you had to just like by chance stumble upon, you know? So they cheated a lot, and I think a lot of these new game designers are doing the same thing.
Yeah, I mean
I gotta
that
say,
whole like directed mode or whatever from that was it Right of the Nine they have.
Mhm.
I mean,
yeah.
it seems like it's lifted straight from Black Ops Zombies anyway. Where they release
Yeah,
it
Mhm.
there's
first,
loads
they
of
let everybody
things
figure it
that
out, and then a month later add the one with objective markers.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is that what's coming out now, that Right of the Nine piece, that's something that should always been in the game. There should have been a directive type mode for raids and
Mhm.
dungeons to get an entry level. People who haven't tried it to go in and understand it without someone saying no, you can't be part of the raid team because you don't know how to do X, Y, and Z. It would just give you that confidence. I mean, we did that
Mhm.
the Watcher directive version, and the stuff it was telling you was really clever, and the way it told you was really clever, and even showing you where to
Mhm.
go. Sometimes you can get easily lost. But these are all things that should have been in the game originally. And I'm looking at the stuff that they're producing for the coming year of prophecy, and I'm like, a lot of this stuff is stuff that has been lifted from D1 because it worked in D1,
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
it worked early in D2 and we've just brought it back again, or it's stuff other games do really well and they've picked up and gone, we probably need to add this. Actually, this will probably fix half our issues. And it almost feels like it's all happened too late.
Like all the creative
Mhm.
people have left, so now they just got to go look back up and copy their homework.
They're
Yeah.
looking at the files. They're looking in their file cabinets.
Reminds me of the Xbox One launch. Like, I remember when Xbox One came out, the party system was non-existent. We were all using
Mm.
Skype. Uh,
Skype,
there was so many
Uh,
there's so many things that weren't there that were in on the 360, and we're like, why? And then they brought it back
mhm.
like a year later, and everyone's like, oh my god, this is amazing. I'm like, no, it's not amazing. This shouldn't
It
have
was
been
here.
gone.
Yeah, it was here
You-
it was here
this
before.
this new trend of taking stuff away and just giving the exact same thing back and getting praise for it bothers me. Like, that's not
Mhm.
no, that's not
Yep.
new.
Yep. But how
yeah.
dare they
But
not?
was
Everything that they brought back, they can't bring back, Wrath of the Machine. Did I hear that they were going to? Was that Scuttle or was that an actual
Well,
true thing?
Plaguelands is coming back, so there is a
Mm,
whole
a
DLC.
chance. So you're saying there's a chance.
there's a
There's a chance
chance.
if you've got the Plaguelands coming back, that can only mean Seaver back, because the whole point of the Plaguelands is the Seaver part of the
Mm,
game. So I really enjoyed doing D1 and going to the Plagues. Cosmodrome looked completely different with snow and that sort of red aspect. It felt scary. Do you know what I mean? Rather than just at the moment, there's no snow in the Cosmodrome, is there? It's just like it's
mm-mm.
summer and
Yeah.
no risk to it. And actually, it's got no point of being there. It's just been brought back in for a new light campaign that doesn't work. But
No
anyway,
point in being
it's
in
by the by.
Destiny, full stop. The marathon though, even without the art theft stuff, like it seemed like it isn't gonna do very well, even if you took that aspect away. It didn't seem like people played the beta for a day or so and then just kind of went and moved on. Like I don't know
Yeah.
what they're gonna do
There
to
wasn't too much of a hype on it.
build up any kind of hype for that game.
Yeah, it doesn't help that at the same time, Arc Raiders did its launch,
Yep.
which is
Yeah,
completely
his marathon,
more
but good.
polished. Yeah, here's your game, except we made it better. We put it in an apocalyptic world. You can
Ta-da!
design your character, and you can. It's true PvP, PvE, because we're gonna have raid mechanics and stuff, and you're gonna do this, and you have to work together. Yeah, they've probably been gazumped at the last minute. But it was always going to happen. It's been in production for all these years. Everybody's looking for that new Fortnite, and this was like everybody's
Mm,
doing an extraction shooter because that's the fashionable thing to do. But actually, they're probably never making anything new in that market, are they? It's going to be the same no matter what. And then Art Raiders goes, actually, we are going to do something new.
mm.
The only thing with extraction shooters that do have a chance, I think, is in the console space, because I can't think of any, at least huge ones in the console market. Tarkov being the big one, but that's PC only.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It is
I don't
probably
know
Maybe
the only
about you
one
one of
that
guys,
them
is.
can
but
fill that gap.
Division, I mean not Division. Sorry, I got Division in my brain. Destiny was a very beautiful looking game. I'm not I don't know about the color palette of Marathon. Like I don't know yet. Like if I even find it like
Oh yeah,
aesthetically pleasing to my own eyes.
I don't like the aesthetics of it. No.
Yeah,
It was
it's
stolen
kind
anyway,
of
so it's fine.
like I mean, yeah, it
Yeah,
was stolen anyway, but I don't think that it's a game like that
it's gonna come out and look
I
like
find
Minecraft now.
pretty.
Mm.
Yeah, it bothers me too that they took Marathon just as a name to slap on it. Like, that series was a single player shooter back in the day, they're like, hey, Extraction, no, why? It'd be like
Yeah.
taking Plague Tale and making a BR.
Yeah, I mean, Astrocross said it really well about it's missing the most important thing of any Bungie game. Where is the PvE version?
Exactly.
Where's the
People like the
story?
PvE. Yeah, people like the story.
I
I don't
feel
think I
like
think they're taking it for granted that they had this large streaming PvP community for a while.
I mean the Bungie of the late 2000s, early 2010s is gone. Let's be
Mm.
honest.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a
Yeah, yeah.
name at this point. It's
It's
kind
been
of like
sunset.
Rare. It's like, yeah. It's like Rare,
Pog.
Rare, from the 64 era, Rareware games,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm.
Rare now that are just like pumping out Sea of Thieves updates. It's like it's not the same Rare. You're just a name.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
of the
It's
people who are actually in
unfortunate.
Rare have gone on to be Platonic anyway. So wherever all the
Yeah, there's
Benji
been.
devs gone, find them, and then you'll find a good game probably.
Yeah, you know that something's wrong when you get all these leaks from a company, because people only leak when they're not being listened to.
Mm.
Very rarely is a successful company um, that has leaks. It's only a company that has issues that has all these leaks. And the amount of people that have said we've suggested things like the PvE version in the game, and we were ignored because it's extraction shooter, and it just feels like it's the top choice people, the people you need to remove, and the people that are really doing the everyday, the people that you need to take the ideas from and build around. Maybe I don't know.
Pete Parsons was like, "This idea won't buy me a new car."
Well, isn't there some
Hmm.
stat that he's barely played any Bungie game?
Wouldn't surprise me.
So
I haven't seen it though.
how does that make is he really invested in what's happening?
No,
Yes, as long as
he's
he
there
gets his
for the
cars.
money. Yeah. Gets his cars, that's it.
Hmm.
Speaking of cars, has anybody seen the GTA 6 trailer?
Yes, but I don't really get excited.
No? You don't think it looks pretty?
I
They haven't
mean,
really
it
showed us any
sounds
gameplay
pretty.
yet.
Describe it for us.
Sounds-
Describe it in words, Bond.
It's a
Describe how
very
pretty it is.
gorgeous looking game, and I mean,
Uh-huh.
GTA. I really like GTA 4. I mean, talking from a campaign perspective, the single player. GTA 5, you play as 3 different characters, and all 3 of them were unlikable to varying degrees. So it was
Yeah.
just kind of like, eh. But the characters in this new one seem a lot more likable, with Jason and Lucia. So I'm hoping I'll like this one a lot. And it's in Vice City, which is one of my favorite ones because it's
I do like Vice City.
gorgeous
One of
and
the games I
colorful,
played.
and yeah, we're going back there.
There was the thing about driving around like that classic radio on with all these classic tunes just captivated me.
They'll probably have an 80s radio station. GTA 5 now, at least the online, has like 30 radio stations or something ridiculous. Like,
Oh, wow.
there's like a Latino one, there's a a rock
That's what I'm talking
one, a
about.
pop one, a rap one. So I would not be surprised if there's like an 80s one for Vice City or for GTA 6 or something. That has like, I mean,
Do
GTA
you know
5 has Danger Zone in there.
I thought you said popcorn and then rap, and my brain went, I'm hungry.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
With some popcorn.
Now I'm kind of hungry.
But yeah, I mean, if we
You
don't have
said
to talk about that.
salsa, and I got hungry. No.
Oh, we've had cheese. It's been a food stream. That's all we've discussed today is food.
Nom, 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 nom.
Nah.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming out. They delayed it to next year, right? Like May 26th, I think. So
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see more of it. I'm not like, oh my god, I want to buy it right now, but I will probably get it. But I'm interested to see how that affects any other releases in the middle of 2026, because it's gonna make like $2 trillion or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
no matter what. So
Maybe.
I hope 007 can get out ahead of it.
There were a lot of games that were delayed for the original release date, so those
Yeah,
people
I
are
feel
silly
like
now.
that's my, if I put my tinfoil hat on real quick, my theory from Mind's Eye is that they set the date of was it June 10th, and we're like, okay, this is our date, we got to get it out there because GTA is coming out later this year, so we need it out. And then even after GTA was delayed, they were like stuck with that date.
Yeah.
And that's why it's in this rush state. Because, but I mean,
Yeah.
I have no evidence to support that other than my own brain. So pure tinfoil hat.
One of these
But it wouldn't
days,
surprise me.
there was something interesting with the marathon bit, because someone was saying that the higher ups have got bonuses if they hit the actual deadline that Sony set, which could be the reason why we've got so many games that are AAA that get released but are not finished or they have issues, because the wrong people have got the incentive to get it out as quickly as possible just to get their bonuses, rather than have it.
I-
Rather than think of the end
yeah.
user, they're thinking
I
of their
also think
paycheck.
maybe they, their budget is ballooning, so they just have to put something out.
Mm.
Because, I mean, I had this theory the other day when I was talking to someone else, but I wonder if, I mean, obviously, crunching developers isn't a good thing, right? But I don't know if they're giving developers too much freedom, and they're like, oh, we can do whatever we want, take as long as we want, and then they get like more ideas to put into the game. They're like, oh, we'll add this, we'll add this, we'll add this, and then they end up, they're way past any kind of deadlines, and they've got 2,000 things in their game, and none of them work right. But the publishers are getting annoyed that they're taking so long, and so they end up just having to put that out instead of having like I think they need some sort of pressure to like stay focused. But
I think it should be geared towards like valid complaints. Instead of, here's a you have to meet this deadline. However, it has to be a game that doesn't receive like 20%, more than 20% complaints, because there's going to be some people that complain over the dumbest things, like
oh god, yeah.
the color
Her
blue is
boobs
not
aren't-
blue enough,
her
or her
boobs aren't
boobs are
big
not as
enough.
big. Yeah, you can't manipulate how big you can make them, But I feel like that's to incentivize them to freaking finish sooner. I think that's just a mistake, and that's probably part of the problem. I think that as gamers, we should just like not buy like have a lot of they have the pre-buys and stuff like that, or we shouldn't do that
But
until
I
we
want the
watch somebody off.
steelbook.
I get it, but you know what? They're gonna give it to you eventually.
Not if it sells
You know how
out.
that is. But yeah, but then you can find it somewhere else. Like they
For
make like a
triple the price.
few. Oh my God, Bond. You're gonna have a triple price if you have to keep on buying DLCs too. But I think that people should wait and just watch how it goes on Twitch, and then determine whether or not you're gonna buy the game. Because we're just giving them money right off the bat, trusting that they're gonna give us a good game, and they're failing us. I'm such a naysayer.
And they said,
But
yes.
I like my shiny physical stuff.
I know,
He likes his
buddy.
shiny physical stuff. He's got that videotape with that little mark on where he keeps rewinding and fast forwarding the Bond trailer. That is
Oh my
that is a
God.
reference for the ages.
So unhealthy.
Yes.
I will be
If you
pre-ordering
too have a
007.
VHS tape, then there is a helpline.
How about this? I'll buy the games, but nobody else does, and then I'll stream them, and you guys can decide if you buy them.
Yeah, it sounds
Hey,
great.
I feel like
plan?
some of these streamers should do that though. I think that's a good idea.
I'm
But
buying 007 First Light. Like,
even
as
though
soon as
I'll
that
have to
pre-order
say,
button is there.
for Division, like I always pre-buy. I like they've never steered me wrong. So
Wow, hypocrite.
yeah, that's the one. That's the one I'll be hypocritical about. They've never steered me wrong though.
Yeah.
Everybody else,
I
I don't trust.
I
remember
pre-ordered Lord of
that,
the Rings Gollum.
You did, yeah. What a mist.
I will go back to that game one day.
You will go back
Yeah.
one
Will
day. I
finish
remember
it.
us all playing Redfall on release.
Oh
I didn't last
yeah,
long, did
yeah.
it?
Oh my God.
That was in
I
Game Pass at
pre-ordered
least.
Anthem. That's never gonna happen again. Anthem was horrible. Oh my God.
It was such a good idea.
I'm never gonna live it down.
The thing
I had
with
so many
Redfall
people
was
convinced. Tell
not
us.
only did
Tell us about Redfall.
I mean, most people played it in Game Pass, right? I think you guys did.
Yeah.
I bought the game twice, accidentally.
I know you did. That's why I mentioned it.
Why? Why
and to
did you
rub
do
salt in
that?
that wind, if you bought it on digitally, through the Microsoft Store, they gave you a refund for that season pass or that DLC they cancelled. Yeah. Physically, you had to send in proof of your receipt of
Life?
buying it from. Yeah.
For
Or
real?
I couldn't give proof because I'd bought it from Game and they delete all records from a year before, after a year, and it was after that year that they said we've cancelled
That's
it.
dirty.
So I
That's
couldn't
dirty.
get anything back. I emailed them and they never replied. So
Yeah, that's dirty.
great, thanks.
Yeah.
Even though I've
using
redeemed the
Bonds Money
code
to
on
make
my
their next
account,
game.
I doubt it. They shut the fucking studio down.
No shit. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Arcane
They're dead.
Austin is in the ground.
Mm.
In the ground.
That just reminds me every time when we were playing Destiny back years ago, every time Ross or Snail would say, "Hey, this weapon's actually really good," and it'd be like this just weird weapon, just random, nobody's been playing with it. You don't get killed by it, PvP or nothing like that. And then all of a sudden it would become the weapon to have, and it would get like some sort of freaking patch and just destroyed just because Snail said
Get
it.
nerfed. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
anything I buy goes on Game Pass the week after.
I'm gonna have to start asking you. Hey, what's
Yeah.
back?
Bond still texts now and again. Say if you bought this, just to see if it's coming for free.
He's checking. He's
Yeah.
checking. That's just
If
hilarious.
I'll send you a list of the games I want to play and have you buy
Yeah.
it.
I'll tell you if I bought them or
let
not.
us know. Let us know.
Which is the one I bought and then 2 weeks later it was on Game Pass? Was that Dead Space?
Possibly.
Yeah, I think it was.
It was amazing.
I ended up
Absolutely
buying it
amazing.
even after it came on Game Pass because it was like £9 or something.
Yeah, it was a good price. But yes, I did buy it and it was on Game Pass and I was like, fuck.
Because stuff leaves Game Pass all the time. Like Liza P isn't on there anymore, so if I want to play it,
I
have
didn't
to buy it,
realise that
which I did.
until it was said the other night. I didn't realise they'd taken it away.
Yeah, a while ago. I was only there for a year.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I own it on disc though, so
A year I never returned to it.
Mhm.
you can borrow it. I have it.
I don't think I'll return to it.
It's got easy mode now.
It's got an easy mode. I'll have it. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, that's why I'm interested in going back. They added 2 easier difficulty options.
Right. Well, that was there. So does that mean that I have to do my special wrap up?
Yeah, I think this
Yeah.
messy podcast we can.
Oh, this was
probably
a real
call it.
messy one. Good luck with this, Bond. Okay.
I'm just
Good
gonna.
luck piecing
I'm
this
just not
together.
even gonna edit it and just call it the messy podcast.
Oh my
Yeah,
god, we
yeah.
were all over the place.
And on that bombshell, we've been
Bombshell.
Attic. Yeah, the Bond shell. That didn't slip. It's very good.
That's our
Give us a
combined name
like
from
and
now
a
on.
listen, just so Bond can say,
See what
well,
he
they've
did there.
listened.
I
My
skipped
mom
to the end, I
loves this
suppose.
show.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Ness, Mrs. Ness.
All right.
Hi, Rob.
Good show, gentlemen.